back to my channel. New intro, new feel. I'm Lo, for those of you who don't know, and today's video is a little bit different. I wanted to do something fun and I didn't really know what to do for this week's video. And you know, I love watching these, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I'm going to do my everyday summer makeup routine. I am in no means a makeup expert or even really know what I'm doing, but I always like just watching people who aren't really that good at makeup because it feels more like something that I could do. So maybe you guys will enjoy this. But yeah, let's jump into it. My kind of no makeup look for summer. So as you can see right now, I'm not wearing any makeup. I just washed my face, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hair back because obviously don't want my hair getting in the way of me doing my makeup. So usually I just use a headband. Sometimes I'll put it up in a scrunchie as well, but for now just leave it back. And I'm going to start with moisturizer. So the moisturizer I'm currently using is the Embryolisse moisturizer. It is French, but I'm really liking it. You don't need a lot of this because it's very concentrated. It's called like milk cream concentrate. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit. I just washed my hands as well, by the way, just to make sure I'm not getting anything on my skin. I'm just gonna get this all over. My skin is pretty dry, so I'm gonna take just a little bit more from my forehead. Yeah, I have a really dry skin, so I definitely recommend this for people who also struggle with dry skin. And I'm sometimes gonna be looking in my little mirror because some parts of makeup I can't do without looking in the mirror. So yeah, so we're gonna wait for that to dry for a second. Make sure that like soaks into our skin. Yeah, I'm really curious how this video will go. I'm kind of excited to do this. The next part of my makeup routine, I can already tell you, in the summer is SPF, so sunscreen. The one I use is the Ritual of Karma from Rituals. It is SPF 50. It's anti-aging, water resistant, UVA, UVB. I actually really like this one. And it smells really nice, so that's good. And I don't think it's too intense. Again, I have a super sensitive skin, so I react to a lot of sunscreens as well. But this one has actually been really good for me. So yeah, I like to put this on. I don't want to wrinkle, so I'm gonna put on some sunscreen. So again, with this, I just use a small amount, but I use it all over like that. And I put this on after my moisturizer. I learned this from my like facial person who does my facials. She says it's best to do it after your moisturizer. I know a lot of people have a foundation that also has SPF. I don't use foundation in the summer because I think it's too heavy, but that also works obviously. But I use like a separate SPF. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for that to dry a little bit because putting makeup straight over that isn't really that great. A little bit of technical difficulties. My camera just fell, so if it looks a little bit different, that's why. Okay, so like I said before, I don't use foundation in the summer unless it's like for special events or going out, then I will put on some foundation. The foundation that I usually use, it's more of a CC cream, is from Chanel. It is this CC cream. I really like it, but yeah, I'm not gonna use it right now because I think it's too heavy for like my everyday summer routine. But the three things that I have been using on my face and have been loving are these. They're all from Clarins or Clarins, depending on where you're from and how you say it. They are these like SOS creams. I'll show you guys them individually. So the green one is to diminish redness. So you put this one on red spots. The pink one is to minimize fatigue. So I put this one under my eyes. And this one I use to blur imperfections. So this one I kind of use as a concealer. It's a little bit too dark for me, but now that I'm a little bit more tan, I can use it, which is nice. So we'll start with the green one. I have a lot of redness around my nose area and my chin area, so I like to put not too much, but just like a little bit. Okay, that's quite a lot, but I'll kind of dab it out. A little bit on my forehead. You kind of see like that. It looks a little bit crazy right now. But then I will kind of just smooth it out. As a nice little base to counteract the redness. I am going to be using concealer over this, so that's why it's okay that there's still like a little bit of green visible. So this one is, like I said before, to counteract fatigue. So I like putting this one under my eyes. It's almost like a little bit of a highlight. So I kind of pull it a little bit more towards the back as well, and not just under my eyes, because it brightens your whole face. Again on this side, pulling it back. And so the last one is again the one that blurs imperfection. So I'm going to put this more on like spots where I have pimples, kind of the spots that I went over with the green before. I'm going to put a little bit there. If it's really intense spots, I'll go in with concealer after. I'll probably still do that. But this is kind of, again, just like a little bit of a base. Some spots up here, my T-zone. So I'm pretty lucky. My skin, I definitely have like areas that are bad, like my chin and my nose and sometimes my forehead, but like my sides of my face are usually pretty good. So yeah, I feel like everyone really hates their skin, but, or not everyone, but a lot of people really are unhappy with their skin. I'm like really critical of my own skin, but a lot of people tell me that it looks fine, so. So this is my beauty blender. It is very dirty. I'm sorry, I need to get a new one. But I'm just gonna use that to blend in the concealer that we just put on. Just because I think it blends a tiny bit better than if I just use my hand. And I'm gonna pull this a little bit more back towards where I didn't put any product, just so that like everything blends into one nice color. So I feel like I have a really nice base coat now. I don't really have that many imperfections, but I have a few areas that I still want to work on. So what I usually do is grab my concealer. This is the concealer I'm usually using. This again is from Clarins. I use this for almost all my skincare, and the formula just works really well for me. I don't get like irritated, so that's why I have a lot of makeup from them. It's the Instant Concealer. I'm in shade 1 because I'm super pale. And like I said, I have a couple spots here, and you can see up here I have a couple more red spots. So I'm just gonna make sure those are concealed a little bit more. And yeah, so I'm just really using those as more of a spot treatment. Again, I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and kind of blend this a little bit. Giving me a nice base. I'll even go in with just a tiny bit under my eyes, just because I did eliminate some of that fatigue, but I do have circles under my eyes, even though it's summer and I have nothing to be stressed about. So I do want to just go in and kind of erase those a little bit. Yeah, that is basically what I do for my base of my face. I'll do more after. Oh yeah, one thing I kind of forgot, this is what I usually do in the beginning. I don't do it every day, but it's this Poreless Pore Stick. So this, I'm not going to do it now because I've already put like makeup on, but usually put it as base on your nose, so it kind of gets rid of your pores. So yeah, this is my face. I'm gonna do like more bronzer and stuff like that later, but the next thing I usually do is eyes. I kind of skip around my face. Yeah, so I love eyeshadow. I have a lot of palettes, and especially when I'm going out or going out to dinner, I will play around with different colored eyeshadows, eyeliners, but for my very simple everyday makeup look, I keep it really safe. So I use this MAC color. I've had this for a really long time, so I can't even see what the name is, but it's this MAC single eyeshadow. I'll open it up. It's like this very light color. This is just my base color that I use. And I also, these are Sephora brushes. I don't know the names of these. I feel like these are the first makeup brushes I ever got, but I just use this like simple eyeshadow brush to put this all over my eyelid. So so I just put that all over my eyelid. That's basically all I do there. And then in the crease, to add a little bit of definition to my eye, I use this MAC color. It is just a simple dark brown again, nothing special. Also, it doesn't say the name on it. And then I use this Sephora blending brush. So it's a little bit fluffier. Kind of go around in there and I just kind of blend in my crease. You can kind of see the difference, like this has some definition and this doesn't. show you guys the full face like up close later. But yeah, now I just have added like a little bit of definition to my eyes, which I really like. The next thing, I'll go in with a little bit of liner. This is the MAC Coffee, just like pencil eyeliner. I'll just go in on my top because on my lower lash line I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller, and I have pretty big eyes, which I don't really like when they look smaller. So yeah, I'll just do this a little bit. I won't do it too intensely, but just again to give like a little bit of definition to my eyes, which I like. Yeah, and I can kind of see they're kind of like popping a little bit more. So the next thing for eyes, what I will do is use my eyelash curler. I feel like you can get these anywhere, and I will curl my eyelashes. Yeah. And then the eyeliner that I use is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I feel like everyone and their mother uses this. It's like a classic, so I just love this one. I think it looks really good with my eyelashes. I've tried a lot of different mascaras, but I really like this one the best. Yeah, again, I will only do this on my top lashes because on the bottom, I don't know, I'm just not that good at makeup. It'll like get all over my face. So yeah, that was it for eyes. Very simple, but does make them like pop a little bit. Okay, next I use this just like chapstick that I got from my dermatologist because I have really chapped lips. I do lips at the end, but I always do this like halfway through my routine to make sure my lips are moisturized. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of chapstick. It's just like a simple chapstick I feel like anyone would do, but this is just, I don't even know the brand. I got this from my dermatologist. Let's see, what's next? Next we'll do some brows. So I use two brow products. This is the Gimme Brow from Benefit. The label is worn off, but it's the Gimme Brow, trust me. And I think I'm in like the, not the lightest color, the second shade that they have. And then I use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Fix. I've also had this for like forever, but I just use this to keep them in place. So yeah, I actually just got my brows done last weekend, so I'm really liking the shape right now. So there's honestly not that much that I do to them. I just kind of fill in and then fill in. Mine are a little bit like lighter on the ends, so I kind of fill in the ends a little bit more just to kind of make sure they're a little bit defined and there's not like one stray hair anywhere. And then I will just use this brow fix and kind of just brush it in place. It's kind of a little bit like a glue. It kind of just keeps it nice and in place, which I like. Okay, next onto face. So there's a couple face products I use in the summer to kind of highlight my face. Usually a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. So for bronzer, I use Hoola Bronzer from Benefit. Again, I feel like everyone and their mother knows this. I like to use, I don't really use bronzer that often, but I like to use it in the summer just to give me a little bit more of a tan vibe. I'm using this brush from Smashbox. It's a contour brush. So I just get a little bit of bronzer and I kind of purse my lips like that. And kind of just bronze a little bit there. And I bronze a little bit along my jawline. Kind of do the same thing on the other side. And then I like to go up around my hairline and just a little bit on my forehead just to make sure it kind of like look, I don't know, I don't really have that big of a routine to this. I'll kind of just go a little bit all over just to make sure my whole face looks a bit bronzed. Yeah, so then next is highlighter. Again, these products are like not that new, so they're products I use every day, so they're kind of, the packaging isn't that pretty anymore, but this is the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle Highlight. I really love this color. I've been using this for years. I've rebought this. You can tell it's almost empty. I rebuy this like all the time. And I just use the little applicator it comes with because I think it's fine. I dip it in and I really do this like on my, you know, like line here, like right under my eyes kind of, just to give that highlight. I like the way that looks. And then I do it on my nose, tip and the bridge of my nose, and I Cupid's bow. I'll go in and define my Cupid's bow a little bit more later, but for now that's what I do. And then for blush, what I've currently been loving is the Glossier Cloud Paint. I think it's so awesome. I had never used liquid blush before, but I use this every day since I've gotten it. This is the color in Puff, so it's a nice pinky color, which I really like for summer. It's like peachy. So again, I just put a little bit on my finger. I just kind of dab it on the apples of my cheeks and I kind of spread it out like a motion like that. I also see that people use this around their nose. I don't really know how to do that. So this is kind of as far as I've gotten with it. Just kind of dabbing it around my cheeks. But I do like the look that it gives me. Wow, and then we've already reached our last step. So this is, oh yeah, what I'll usually do as well is I'll use a setting spray to kind of set it. It depends on like what my mood is, because setting spray can like dry out my skin a lot. So if I'm like out and about, I don't want it to get all dry and like crusty looking. So I'm not going to use that today. But for lips, this is my go-to natural lip. It is the Rouge Allure liquid powder from Chanel. It is, I think it's such a beautiful color, but I think this was a limited edition color. It's 978. I bought like 2 of these at the time because I really love the color. I think it matches my lips perfectly. And it's kind of weird because it's not really a lip gloss. It's not really a lipstick. I mean, it's kind of like a lipstick. Like it comes out of here. Hold on. Yeah, there's like a little bit on the top. You can kind of tell. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, but I really love the way it looks on my lips. So I'm just gonna use this. Again, I'll go more crazy with more of an intense lip color if I have like dinner plans or like going out with friends or grabbing drinks or a date or something like that. But for just every day, I don't really think it's worth it to put on a ton of lip products. And yeah, and so what I'll also do is I'll grab this little, it's also What's Up from Benefit. It's also a highlighter. It's a little sample, but I'll grab this and just like define my Cupid's bow, so right between my lips and my nose, just to give my lips a little bit more of that like angelic pout look. So yeah, that is my everyday makeup. I'll do a little like shot so you guys can see it a little bit clearer. So yeah, this is my everyday makeup. It's kind of my no makeup routine. I'll show the sides. I don't know how beauty gurus do this, but yeah, I hope you guys thought this was interesting. I thought it was kind of fun to film. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and I will be back again Friday with a new video. Bye!